Standing on the side of a 42-degree slope, the sport is speed skiing. Speed skiing is straight down, there's no turns. In speed skiing, you go 0 to 60 miles an hour in 3 seconds. A Ferrari can only do it in 4. It's at about 100 miles an hour it starts to get very difficult. Because what's happening is the air is pushing the body all around. At the same time, the skis are going whap, 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 like that. Do not separate your hands. But you skiers know, when you're skiing along and you catch an edge, what do you naturally do with your hands? Put it out here for balance. At 125 miles an hour, what happens to that hand? It ends up in Budapest somewhere. That spins the body, ski pops off, bye! Don't worry, I won't fall off the chair, I'm a professional. Finally, you see that speed trap cross the first beam, cross the second beam. This is the cool part. Stand up. Boom! Blast of air in the chest. Slow down, slow down, slow down. And then it hits you that adrenaline rush. Wow, I want to do that again. Wow, I want to do that again. Wow, I want to do that again. Good morning. Welcome to Dallas. If you change your mind about who your competition is and do what that person's not willing to do, you end up with innovative solutions that can cascade through this entire organization. Your job is to do what the competition is not willing to do. What are they not willing to do? Typically, those are the things you're not willing to do either. I'm not here to make you feel good the whole time, right? I'm here to make you feel uncomfortable. I want you to look in the self-honesty mirror and say, what am I not willing to do? Until you reach your member's subconscious mind, you are not in the business of influencing them. You're not. What's critical for ourselves if we want to get better, and especially for the members as well, is to create an alignment between their conscious and subconscious mind, where 2,000 neurons and 4 billion neurons are headed in the same direction. Here's a metaphor you coaches in this room can use. The ratio between the conscious and subconscious mind is the exact same ratio between an ant and an elephant. The ant is the conscious mind, and on the back of the elephant, the subconscious mind. And all day long, the ant's making a decision where to go. I want to go west, says the ant. The ant starts walking on the back of the elephant going west. What if the elephant is headed east? Which way is the ant really going? East, thinking he's going west. But this is flat out human nature. Conscious mind, I want to go on a diet. Subconscious mind, I don't think so. Unless 2,000 neurons, the ant, and 4 billion neurons, the elephant, are headed in the same direction, coaching gets easier. Loyalty goes up. Results go through the roof, and then you've got a raving lunatic advocate on your hands. The person that comes up in the studio beforehand to a new member and says, "You're gonna love this." In fact, I ended up kind of being a secret shopper of sorts. And Natalie, it seemed very important to her that I come back, and then she... The bigger you get, the more you want to stay out in front, the more agile you want to be. You want to stay that small studio concept and at the same time grow and grow and grow. But staying agile becomes a very important thing for each of us to embrace. In that, how do we compete? One of the first questions I asked in my due diligence was, who is your competition? Job is to think of our competition as a person who does what we do. Meaning, if you are an owner, if you are an AR, if you're a coach, if you're a studio manager, and instead of trying to do what they're not doing, think of it this way. Do what the competition is not willing to do. Do what high performers aren't willing to do. So I found a friend with a really fast car. Got my pink rubber suit. Now, it was pink because it was free. Darth Vader style helmet, got on top of the friend's car, bindings facing up on the ski rack, clicked into the bindings, boom, 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 took off down the road. At 100 miles an hour on top of your friend's car, you start to learn a lot. A lot about people, actually. People coming the other way. Because you're looking at them, they're looking at you, and you realize they think you're luggage. Coach said, okay, get on this rope and walk the length of the rope. And each of us got on this rope and it was back and forth. One guy, Philippe Gauchel, was all over the place and he could not stay on the rope. And finally, after everybody had their turn, there was 22 of us in this room. After about 45 minutes, we could not figure it out. And he was just taking his time, the coach was. And he said, okay, stop. Stop looking at the rope. Stop looking at the rope. Look at the point on the wall where you want to end up. And do not take your eyes off that. And so the first guy gets on there and he's looking at the rope, looking at the thing, looking back. He said, stop. Just look at the point on the wall where you want to end up. The rope will always be underneath you. Your feet are always going to be at the end of your legs. Just focus on the point. Within 10 minutes, 22 athletes went from unable to walk even 5 feet on the rope to walking the length of the rope, turning around and coming back, just by changing the focus. You make a difference in communities' lives by engaging in a way that has people know that you look beyond the counter. You look beyond the transaction to the person, that point on the end of the wall of what matters. That profitability is a natural extension of you not taking your eyes off the difference you make in people's lives. And I can say for a fact you made a difference in our family's life. And we will never forget that, ever. You want to win in this competitive landscape? Then you align with that emotional buzz. You get so agile, you do what the competition's not willing to do, and you eliminate the micro and macro drag. You eliminate that kind of drag, and you will find an extraordinary path of something that's just flat out fun. Here's how to circumnavigate that fear like this. It's a decision prior to every race run. For you owners, that's every day. For you coaches, is when you're just about to get in your coaching session. For the people at the front desk, it's just before you start your day. It's a decision to have fun. I was backstage and I was getting the mic'd up and I was thinking about things. I was going through notes and I went back there and I was going through my notes again and I went, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You ever heard a speaker, you get the impression they're saying, take my advice, I'm not using it. We know this is fun. We know the ride we're on is fun. Your member has to pick up on that when they walk through, especially the first ones. And when another member comes up and says, you're gonna love this. Or maybe it's that member that you just believe in, and they're about to march in the opening ceremonies. If that person that important to you were to march in the opening ceremonies, how loud would you cheer? How quickly would you stand up out of your chair at the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games? Go back to the table. On the count of 3, you ready to commit? Yeah! 1, 2, 3, commit, put your skis down, he'll get into a tuck, right down low. So you're picking up speed, 60 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, 125 miles an hour, and you have that mental toughness to see you through the first beam, the second beam, and the mountain you set out to conquer is behind you. You look over and see the numbers, the metrics, how well you did. But most important, you see who's waiting for you. Not just your family, but your Orange Theory family. Yeah! And when they've seen you follow that Olympic journey, you can't help but feel, I want to do that again. Here you go. Keep those hands going, everybody.